Hello everyone, it's Hooded Afro here, and I'm here to predict Survivor Series 2024 in Toronto, Canada, this Saturday on Peacock. Let's go through them. So, the first match I gotta talk about is the women's WarGames. Of course, we're gonna see Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, Naomi, and now, to be in there, Bayley. Taking on the team of Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and of course Candice LeRae. So, my thoughts and the breakdown of this. First off, I want to make it very fucking clear that this team up between Raquel and Liv, Nia Jax and Tiff, that's ridiculous. It's clear stupidity. And it got even more stupid, Like, the fact that stupider is not even a fucking word. And it needs to be completely used here. And I don't want to say the R word because it might offend some of you, people who like to say that they're offended by those words. So, it's fucking stupid. Especially when you consider the fact that they took out Jade Cargill to put Bayley in there. So, why is it stupid for Nia Jax and Liv Morgan to team up? They fought each other 3 fucking weeks ago. There is no build. There's no like time to just be like, oh, we've had our differences, but yeah, let's team up here. Because in real life, that shit would not work. Even if you had common threats, like you would want to distance yourself. I know people who would distance themselves from this shit. Like, yeah, if I fought somebody 3 weeks ago, and me and that person because we fought each other, me and that person that fought each other, have beef with 2 people right here for 2 separate fucking reasons, I'm going to distance myself. I'm not going to help him out. Fuck that. I'm going to distance myself. So that to me is just clear logic, and it doesn't make no fucking sense. Factor in everything else, well, this is literally, when you break it down, I was looking at what is this match really about? It's about Rhea Ripley and it's about Liv Morgan. And that shit needs to end. My prediction is Rhea Ripley and her crew win. Okay? Now, will there be like a Tiffany Stratton cash-in? I hope not. I hope we get it on Netflix. But, like I've said in the past, if Tiffany is to cash in, she is to fail. It would add it would mean a lot to this. But yeah, Tiffany Stratton cashing in and failing makes more sense. But I don't know. This whodunit bullcrap with Jade Cargill is ridiculous. My prediction: the baby faces. Team Rhea wins. I had a different idea WWE should have went with this. They shouldn't have went Nia Jax, Candice LeRae, and fucking Tiffany. Candice LeRae is going to stand out amongst the group. Tiffany Stratton's going to stand out amongst the group. Raquel Rodriguez is going to stand out amongst the group. Naomi, Io, because every war game has to feature Io in it somehow, some way. Yeah, they're going to stand out. Those individuals will stand out a lot. Yeah, that's the women's war game. As for now, LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This has been a slow build, as we've seen over the past couple of weeks. Shinsuke has came back to now feud with LA Knight. A lot of people don't want to see Shinsuke lose coming back. Unfortunately, this happens, guys. It's a common repeat in history. For people who return, my mistake. For people who do return, they tend to lose. Okay, when they come back, they're not going to win their match coming back. But if a feud tends to grow here, at some point, Shinsuke could win. There needs to be more of a story than just a small little build like, yeah, I'm going to attack you until you give me what I want. There's a title match. LA Knight gives him a title match, and they have this feud. LA Knight's already been champion for about a good 3 months, so dropping the title here would not be, like, we could say his title run was good at best, because that's what we need. As for Shinsuke here, no, I don't see Shinsuke winning the championship just because he came back with a whole new gimmick and a whole new, idea. LA Knight retains, so LA Knight keep hold of that title, because who knows when you're going to drop that shit? Who knows? We don't know who's going to beat you. I do feel an LA Knight heel turn coming on. I don't know if anybody gets that same vibe. I'm getting that vibe that LA Knight should turn heel. He's got the ring work for it. He's got the promos down top notch. He can fuck over the crowd instantly. A lot of people can hate him. So I keep watching the shifts in how LA Knight, and this came about during that triple threat match with Carmelo and Andrade. So again, keep your eyes out that LA Knight might turn heel. No, just a speculation, not a fucking like full on, not a full on like confirmed, but you can see it. We got a triple threat match. Braun Breaker defending the Intercontinental Championship against Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus. Everybody in this match is going to stand out. Practically any possibility works for who pins who, except for Kaiser pinning Breaker. That one makes no sense to me. Kaiser pinning Breaker makes no sense. You could have Breaker pin Kaiser with Sheamus being protected, so then you can set up a feud between Sheamus and Breaker. You could set up where Sheamus wins the title by pinning one of the men, leaving Breaker out, and I mean, you look at it either way. Like Ludwig pins Sheamus, Sheamus pins Ludwig. Braun Breaker has no excuse to be like, well, I want a rematch, which is true. So here, I think they're going to have Breaker pin Sheamus. Ludwig is protected, or Breaker pins Ludwig, where Sheamus is protected. One of the things happen. One of the people are going to protect. I think they want to protect Kaiser just because they want to establish him as a star. But I would not be against Kaiser winning the championship for those reasons. Braun Breaker and Ludwig Kaiser are my choices. I think Sheamus doesn't win the Intercontinental Championship here. I would love Sheamus to win the Intercontinental Championship. And if you've watched my videos, you've seen how those kind of turn out. I do think Sheamus should win the Intercontinental Championship at some point, or, well, now could be the good case. But a program between Sheamus and Braun Breaker was going to happen. Ludwig is going to stand out because Gunther has made it clear this is about Ludwig becoming his own person. So for those also reasons, there's more of a benefit for Ludwig to become champion, which I've stated before in the past, that Ludwig should have been Sami Zayn's challenger to take the title from him, or be able to. So that Gunther's got the World Championship, Ludwig carries the Intercontinental, the title that, of course, Gunther is haunted by. Breaker and Ludwig are my predictions for winning that match. Ludwig wins the championship, or Breaker retains the championship. Just look for one of those two to happen. Look for Ludwig to stand out, though. Damian Priest will take on Gunther, speaking of, for the World Heavyweight Championship. Guys, my prediction for this match came a week before this, Raw. So they're building up Damian Priest to the point of where he's going to take the L. Much as I love Damian Priest, respect the man, of course, respect him. Gunther lost against Cody. That's not going to change. Gunther lost to Cody. He can't suffer another loss here, especially a championship match. All right? So, champion's advantage. Consider the fact that he lost against Cody, too. Factor that in there. Factor in Damian Priest having the momentum built, which is great. Okay? Think of in-ring work and promo skills and the media covering it. Damian Priest getting up there in height. And, of course, they're going to have a slugfest. Look for Damian Priest to fight like hell. I would be kind of shocked if Finn Balor, because this whole Finn Balor's been already fucked over multiple times. There would be no reason for Finn Balor to come in here and screw Damian Priest. To just run it right back. Like, could they swerve us into a direction of where they do Damian Priest and Finn Balor for WrestleMania, or Demon Finn Balor for WrestleMania? That would be interesting. I'd love to see that happen. But until they start to build Finn Balor as a heel and force Finn Balor, in my eyes, as a actual threat to Damian Priest, until WWE takes Finn Balor and makes him a legitimate threat. That's the word I was looking for. Legitimate threat. There's none of that going to happen. So Gunther retains the World Heavyweight Championship. And who knows who he faces? I do know that he should face John Cena at WrestleMania. Now we get to the main event, which is the Bloodline with CM Punk versus the new Bloodline with Bronson Reed. So, the baby faces are going to win. I talked about this before. If you guys looked at the posts on YouTube on the community tab or on X, you guys will see that I've made predictions in the past. I haven't done videos in a while, but here, my videos kind of throw a breakdown of this. And it's kind of quick. Doesn't make it any, better. CM Punk, a lot of people, I saw this comment from Wheezy Blonde. It's Wheezy Blonde. Shout outs to her. She is a great content creator. That a lot of people were looking at like Seth, were already hooked on Seth and wouldn't accept any other answer. My response is nobody gave me another answer, right? Nobody gave me another option. Like nobody came up, nobody asked, not even my cousin asked, okay, let's say not Seth Rollins. Like who do you think should be the fifth member of that? To me, it was Seth Rollins, I wasn't asked, do you think anybody else? Or do you think, or given the option, do you think CM Punk? And if you did, at the time, I probably would have said no, which correlates with, of course, Wheezy's X post. But thinking later, I come to understand that Punk is a really good, solid choice because Punk acknowledged Roman Reigns right off the bat, had a big promo with Solo, and Paul Heyman made an offer and said, what do you want? Heyman is like, take me with you. And I thought that was great. Now, I hope to see the Bloodline win. And you guys know when I distinct. Obviously, Bloodline, new Bloodline. You guys know the difference. Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins have had their feud. I thought Seth would team up with the Bloodline too, just because he wants to get his hands on Bronson Reed. But because Punk is close with Heyman. And again, OG number one, OG Heyman guy. Yeah. So, give Roman Reigns, give Jimmy, give Jay, give the Canadian-owned Sami Zayn and CM Punk the dub here. It's going to be a good day in Canada. And Chris Van Vliet. I love your podcast, man. I love your podcast. I hope to get it. I hope you get an interview with Sami Zayn in Canada or Kevin Owens or whatever. You get any Canadian like yourself. Again, Chris Van Vliet's going to be at that. Obviously, he's going to be there. So go watch his podcast, man. Insight. Go listen to his podcast. He's got a new one with Jake the Snake, and he had one with Ricky Starks. Oh my God! Me and my buddy at work were laughing at it. It's really fucking good. Go check it out. Until then, I will come to you live on December 1st for the review of Survivor Series WarGames. See you then.